Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove Resurgent Capital Services from their credit report. And actually, in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I'm confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't take action. For example, if you know or believe that Resurgent Capital Services or, any of the other accounts on your credit report are the result of identity theft or have a wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. We work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if there are no issues like that exist, I'm happy about that, and you just want to remove the account from your credit report, we can help with that too. Give us a call today. I'll put our number in the description below for you. But today I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And the first one I think is really important. And I get this one all the time. Can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with Resurgent Capital Services? And I put this one at the top of the list because we have a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. It makes sense. Few people are taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this until I got into the business. Fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. And the amount of the debt doesn't matter either. I usually get that question too. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So now, who is Resurgent Capital Services, and why are they showing up on your credit report? So they're referred to as a debt collector or a credit collection agency. And what they do is they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for really cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount. So, for example, imagine that you have an unpaid card with Capital One for $1,000. Resurgent Capital Services could come along and buy the debt for maybe just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So, these companies can make a lot of money. And damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is a primary strategy that they have to get you to pay. However, what many people don't know is that paying a debt on your credit report does not remove the account that's attached to it. The account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, paid or not. So a lot of the time, paying isn't actually in your best interest, and you could just be, wasting your money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt could actually hurt your score further. So now, in addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot, even calling your family members and colleagues. And I should mention too that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you want to give us a call so we can connect you with a local specialist. And they will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with Resurgent Capital Services? So settling your debt with Resurgent Capital Services really depends on your goal. Typically if you're wanting to improve your credit score, which who doesn't want to do that, paying isn't the best option. Why is that? Well, because, just as I mentioned before, even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years. damaging your score that whole time. Now, instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to come in and review these accounts for you. And what we're looking for is that if certain issues exist, the accounts may be removed altogether. So this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score. And the negative account gets removed from your report. So, I mean, really, it's perfect. So how do you remove Resurgent Capital Services from your credit report? Great question. The Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report. Now, I will say that the knowledge required to do this can be a bit more involved than it might seem. It's not to say that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, learning how to do it properly. But if you'd like to hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure it's done properly the first time, and save the extra time that you would spend learning about it, we're happy to take care of it. We've dealt with Resurgent Capital Services accounts many times, and they regularly have issues, and we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you as well, if you prefer. Here's a great question. How can you get Resurgent Capital Services to stop calling you? This is really annoying, right? And as I mentioned, Resurgent Capital Services, they're going to be calling you. That's their attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased, which means the only reason that they're going to stop calling you is if you settle your debt with them, or you work with a company like ours to have them removed from your report altogether. Will Resurgent Capital Services try suing or garnishing my wages? So I'll say Resurgent Capital Services suing is unlikely. It can happen. It does happen. But really, in our experience, it's rare. There are many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's really a long process. However, why risk it? If we're able to find certain issues with the account that cause that they won't be able to collect at all, which is another benefit of using an expert. Another question here, what are my rights when dealing with Resurgent Capital Services? This is good. So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that Resurgent Capital Services purchased. Okay? They are governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, the FDCPA. And actually, as I mentioned before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA. Again, these acts can seem really complicated, very wordy in that. But really, the bottom line is that they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, that's not a problem. Call us today, and we'll discuss your options. Our number, again, will be in the description area below. Thanks so much.